Hello, YouTube. It is Damien. It is Sunderland. It is Bright Lights. It is amazing to say that, by the way. I have missed saying that, and even in all my other episodes that I've done since Sunderland for Non-League Legend or for the new save, if you haven't seen it, which is Damo Does England, where we're trying to win the Premier League with every current Premier League side in the same save. It's going to be mental. I still say it is Damien, it is Sunderland, it is Bright Lights. What a series that this has been. I love this series to bits. I've been sitting here waiting to film this intro, and I've just been looking through for 10 minutes about how good this freaking squad is that we built. You know, Mateo, Moreno, Kim Jan, Ives, Miranda, Haller, Petre, even though he's upset with me, Dosek, Bob. I'm so excited to see what this guy's going to look like in what we're about to do. Mbappe, I wonder if he'll still be here as well. I think he will be. Audren, what he's going to achieve in the future, and obviously there's a few others where Mike might be, and a few of our bench players. You guys know how much I rate Jorge Rojas, and that I think he could be better than Audren. I think this guy could be the best player in world football, the best striker in world football by the end of what we do. This is going to be the intro to the 5 years in the future save. I think I'm going to do 5 years into the future at a minimum, and then we might do 10. It depends. Like, if there's a couple stories that have kind of developed after 5 years, I will then sim further. If there's not really too many stories around, say if Audren has stayed at Sunderland and bagged X amount of goals, and you want to see if he breaks this all-time goal-scoring record that I'm aware of at the time, by all means. Maybe there's, maybe Sunderland go on a massive decline, and we want to see how far down they go because I've run them into the ground financially this season. The finances are going to look okay here, but, we're making a massive loss on wages and that. Maybe there's a few stories that come about in 5 years. It might just be good to see what the squad's going to look like in 5 years' time. I've already made a save of this moment anyhow, because I will play this save off stream. I am guarantee it in between all the other one of my saves. I don't think there's going to be much time with a new save to play this save off stream anyhow, but what a straight save it is. It's a save that I'll probably go back to even when FM20 comes out and I'm finished playing a save there. I'll probably open this save up because I think I've loved this save so much, put so much time and effort into it, and the support you guys have given it has been sensational so far. But we are about to sim 5 years into the future. I've never done this before, so I'm expecting me to stuff this up in some way or another. If you see that it's night time, it's the end of my session for grinding Football Manager tonight. I'm about to go to bed, so I thought this would be the perfect time to set it on a 5-year sim, see how long it takes, I don't know, and then wake up at some point in the morning, or if I get woken up in the next few hours by a dog or something, I'll check the computer, and hopefully, it's done 5 years. I can save it, and then we can come back and talk about what has happened 5 years into the future with Sunderland. It is Damien. It is Bright Lights. It feels so good to say that. I'll see you guys in just a second. Welcome back, YouTube. It's 5 years into the future. It is Sunderland. It is Damien. It is Bright. I still can't get over how happy I am every time I say that. First thing I am going to say is it's obviously a new day compared to when I started simming last night. You want to know what time I started simming last night? 10:40. I was smashed. I had a very busy Monday. A very, very long day. So that's actually early for me to go to bed. Hence why I started streaming a bit earlier yesterday, and I could raid Armin plays as soon as he started, so I could just relax in his stream and then head off to sleep. Worked out well. This, though, from a 10:40 start, took to 5:27 was the last autosave. 5:27 when we got to year 2034. So if you ever need a sim 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future, do it when you're going to bed. That was a very good choice by future me. I was going to say, I'll just do it in the morning, whatever. I probably could have and then went to work and come home, but I don't want to do that. As you can tell, I've just woken up, but this is way too important. It takes up too much attention. The first thing I am going to do is we're just going to look at my profile. And we're just going to say, look, the history, obviously, we're there for about 11 years or so. But this is what I want to see. We won 60% of our games in charge of Sunderland. Played 596 games. Wow, we should have played another 4 just to get to 600. Won 358 of them, drawn 124, lost 114. Most importantly, probably lost the Champions League final and all of them. We scored over 1,181 goals, 692 in defence, a goal difference of 489, wins at 60%. Is not bad as some career stats. We could actually have clicked on them, Damien. Obviously in charge of one club. We've now holidayed many, many times. into the thing. The highest fee we ever received at Sunderland was for Alexander, who is probably still clicking around. Now, I expect this game to take a while to load up, but there is Mr. Alexander there. He obviously moved on from Liverpool for 29 mil, spent a couple of years out on loan, and he never amounted to too much. I said when I sold him for 51 mil, I was upset that I sold him, and I said, look, he's never had a good year, and in that first year at Liverpool, he was all right, and then after that, forget it. So I'm pretty happy with that. Highest national ranking we got was 9. Highest nationality ranking we ever coached in was obviously the Premier League, was always 1. Total number of players released, as in first team players, only 6. I never really released people. I always wanted to sell. Our biggest value was Mbappe, and now it's a moment of truth. Is Mbappe still in the game? He's still at Sunderland. Wow. I want to click on him. I want to have a look. Can I just say, look how good he is, by the way. He is still fantastic. 12 pace. Is not bad at all, and I reckon he's still making goals. I'm seeing results there too, but I don't want to spoil that too much. I want to click on Sunderland at a specific point, but I had to see if Mbappe was still there. I couldn't help myself. Anyway, when we go back into here, the next thing you might notice is Harry Wilson is now a manager, so it obviously means Harry retired. I'm hoping Harry retired at Sunderland. Career stats. He went to Basel for 6 mil. Come on, boys. You had to let him retire. He was a god. But it's okay. All right. Moment of truth. Did Sunderland win the Premier League this year? English Premier League. Holders of Man United. Did we come close? Have we won it since me? The games I was going to take along. We were within a point. We haven't won it since 20... Okay, so we stopped in 2021. Won it 2 years after me and then didn't win the next 2. Anyone banging in goals? I don't see Audren. I see Jorge Rochester up there, but I don't see him on this sheet. Anyone else that we noticed that ours? No. All right, let's have a look at the Premier League table, eh? So obviously we lost by a point to Man United. We could have been champions again. Draw with Spurs and City. Any big names that we've noticed that have gone down? Not really. We then finished third. City ran away with it. That can happen, but at least we finished third. We then finished second to City. City, yet again, a bit too strong. We then were champions. This was without me. This is obviously in 2030-31, so they did win it without me. They did win it again without me, getting 96 and 93 points. Wow. And Arsenal, you got to feel sorry for Arsenal, had 93 points. City got 90, didn't win the league. Wow, who did we lose to? Wolves and United, drawn 6 and won 30. Wow. All right, 28-29 was our last season, obviously. So they won it the year after that, and then there we go. So I wonder who was in charge. All right, let's go back to Sunderland. Moment of truth. Sunderland, let's click on him. Let's see who's in the team. Well, first thing before we see that, who's in the profile? Who's a key player? All right, Haller's still captain. Klopp's in charge! Jurgen! Yeah, I'm partying! Woohoo! Jurgen's in charge. How long you been in charge for, Jurgen? History overview. Career stats. No. Milestones. 2033 he's been in charge. Since 2033. Hired Mark Sale as a coach. Hired a few people. Changed the formation slightly. Hired as Sunderland manager, obviously. Alright. Don't know why. I want to see landmarks or awards. Won the FA Cup. I don't see runners-up in the Premier League. Runners-up in the Champions League. Did they win it since me? Or has it been another different team? Who did they lose to in the Champions League? Lost to Biro 4 in extra time. Now, I know Biro 4 have won it. They won it in the year after me. Yes, boys. They won it in the year after me. Who was manager after me? 2029-30. Because they had an absolute awesome time. I want to know. Chris Stewart's the hot prospect. Let's have a look at him. Where's Bob? Oh, man. Let's go to the squad. We have to go to the squad. All right. There's a new goalkeeper in town. Stefano's 3D rings a bell. He's actually a real-life player. No, he's not. He rings a bell because we had him in the shortlist as a left back. That's why. Bob's international. Devastated to miss out of England tournament. Why Bob? Bob looks amazing. How much have you played? Bob's played little bits and pieces and been alright. If we go back to Bob's profile, he looks up. Adrian's involved. Okay, Adrian's still here. I didn't see his name. Alright, Bob looks great. Still former manager is absolutely sensational. That's good to see. I wonder who was part of the staff after me. Former manager Roberto Di Matteo. Don't tell me Di Matteo was was the manager here at Sunderland and won everything. That would be interesting. All right, let's go through their starting 11. We have Klopp in charge. Barrow is the goalkeeper. He's 22. How much did we pay for him? Klopp paid 11 million for him from Santos. Got a work permit somehow. Looks okay. Look, he's not bad, but he's not great. Moreno's still there and is world class at 32. Yep, he's an elite fullback. Milton Flores is a sensational centre back. Where did I get them from? Look at him. He's unreal. He is unreal. There we are. Got him for 62 mil just this season from Monaco. That is a good piece of business, Jurgen. Loving it. Daniel's still there, though. And Daniel there looking as legendary as ever. He's a legendary centre-back, apparently, is Daniel. And look, I have loved how much this guy has grown into. Look how good Daniel looks. Look at the physicals. Look at the mentals. He's tackling still 14. That pisses me off. But apart from that, he's sensational. He's actually decent as a player that can pass now. Ives playing left back. Interesting. He still looks amazing as Ives, and I still feel like Ives was the best centre back that we had. I won the Club World Championship as well. We did Sunderland. Brilliant. There we go. Apparently can't connect with Moreno, though. That's really interesting. Okay, everybody remember Sealerson? Played against us against Porto. I said in a live stream, if we didn't get... it wasn't Dosset. If we didn't get Petra, who's still here, we were going for Seamerson. How much did they pay for him? Because he is unreal. Look how good he grew into. Holy hell. Elite midfielder. 79 million. Okay, how did we not win the league? I'm guessing City's squad and United squads are unreal, or Jurgen didn't do the business. Look how good that is. Alright, Dosek there in the hole is obviously an elite midfielder. Dosek looks sensational. Dosek's been here for a very long time. I love it a lot. Mbappe still here. How's Mbappe got on? We paid him and spent big. Even better. Okay, the guy is just a freak. Look at him. Oh, Mbappe. Look how good you've been. There we are. William Minoy's still here. Look how good William is. Oh, William grew into it, didn't he? We knew he always was going to grow into it and been playing very well. Nakamura's still here at 32. Experienced winger. This guy's a legend. He is a legend. Look how good he is. Still playing fairly well to in the Prem. I expect most of our players to play quite well. What are you doing, cheeky dog? And, he looks great. Jorge Rojas, this is the moment. Wow, look how good you are, Jorge Rojas. Scored 16 goals only, 5 goals in the Champions League. Only 25 goals with those stats is not enough, my man. 59 and 64 in international. Need to see that play for Sunderland, mate. But look how good he is physically. Look how good he is in terms of dribbling, finishing, first touch. His headering's pretty good for a guy that's only 180 centimetres. 15 headering, 15 long shots, 17 penalty taking technique, off the ball, decision making, his composure. He shouldn't miss. But he does, obviously. Never played bad. Looks like he's been the star striker since 29-30, where he scored at 13 and 17 and then worked his way into the first team. Never played bad. Let's get us wrong. I just haven't seen Haller's name. I haven't seen Adrian's name. Still don't see Adrian's name. I see it now. It's alright. Park Sin-hyu is 21-year-old goalkeeper. This guy should be starting. 21 South Korean. Looks not bad. Paid 1.3 mil, did we? That's not bad. Only conceded 5 and 7, which makes me think, where did Mateo go? Because I don't see Mateo. Striddy there obviously came in as wanted and listed. I actually think he's a pretty good left back. I don't know why you would list him. Looks absolutely unreal, the 30-year-old. Would be using him. Petra there. How did you develop Petra? Before we get into Nicholas, he looks the goods. He is sensational. I am glad that he has gone on and grown. Justified me paying 81 million to bring him to Sunderland. Looking the goods. I'm going to leave Adrian till last. There's a guy called Sergio Hernandez. When did you come into Sunderland? Looks... okay. How did this Sunderland squad not go and win everything? Just for 14 mil. What a steal. As a rotation player, surely, as well. Dimitri is a Belgium left back. I can see why they're selling Striddy if they're going to give this guy game time. I just don't think he's ready. He looked good. How did Olav grow into? Yeah, Ola's a very good backup player. And Jurgen's done very well there. I feel like this Sunderland squad's going to win a mountain of things. Nessa Stadic there is an unreal little wonder kid that has probably grown into something. Paid 2.4 mil from Partizan. Tell you what, I know you got Audren, but this guy could do a job. He looks good. Obviously, we just looked at Bob. Haller's here. Haller's wanted. Haller's unhappy. He wants to move for a new challenge. Don't do it, Haller. Don't do it. Look how good you still look. Oh, look at him. He's been sensational. Look at him. He always plays in and around a 7. Never plays great, but does a lot for the team. Looks sensational. Then there's probably people out on loan that we don't know, like an Almeida there. There's a wonder kid that looks great. James Wood, wonder kid that is a striker. He is the goods. James Wood as an English striker. Not from Sunderland too. Oh, James Wood's going to be a player. Rui looks good as a wonder kid. Varana looking not bad as well as a striker there. Yuan. Oh, look how good he is. Please tell me he came from the youth prospect. No, we paid 5 mil. That would have been nice. Reece Bartlett there. How have you grown into? He has grown into a very physical fullback. Will Burgess probably is either retired or has moved on. And Brisho looking like an even better fullback out there at Roma. What a squad. Anyhow, let's go into the profile. So they've gone and done that and then finished second and third, top of the tree. Not bad. I want to go by general and see who's in here. Aloy is in there. Mbappe is in there. That's good to see. No one else got in there. Where's Mike? Mike's at Besiktas. What happened to you? Went to Chelsea with 40 million. Now look, Chelsea were always interested in Mike, and I thought this was going to happen when I started simming. At least he spent another... No, that was in the first season we started simming. He went for 41 million to Chelsea. Never played well for Chelsea. Then went to Besiktas on a free. That's a good free signing. How did you grow into Mike? I don't think he would have moved too much. Still looks the goods. I still love Mike. Oh, Mike got in. £550. Mike freaking got in. Anyway, anyone else? Rodas, Daniel, Haller, Ives, Demomi, Simeone. Okay. Something tells me that Simeone went to Sunderland after me. He did. Landmarks. Simeone came in after me, won the Super Cup, won the Community Shield, the Cabaret Cup, the Champions League, the Premier League, the Super Cup again, the World Cup, the Club World Cup, the English Premier League. Not bad at all. What about transfers? He made a lot. He did a lot. Released William Chambers. That's fine. Anyone that's like big name. Sold Harry Wilson for 6 mil. Not happy with that. Anyhow, the best probably way. Sold Arthur to Leeds for 9 mil. Man, couldn't not let Arthur retire here as well. Doesn't matter. Into the transfer history. So they spent 67 mil, but we have to go to the season we left, obviously. So we left here after spending big on Mbappe. They then got rid of 68 million and spent 81. All right. Mike Godding went out for 41 mil. Ramon obviously had that clause. And then only sold Harry Wilson as well. Harry Wilson's now a manager. They brought in Juan Galliano for 52 mil. This guy rings a bell because I know who he is. He's a defender left back. He's now at Man City. So I'm guessing Man City played through the nose to get him. We sold Bruno from Boca, who is currently joining Inter after being loaned to him and then joining Inter on a loan. Transfer's been arranged, or is joining on a free. Interesting. Never really played too well, and then brought in Sergio Hernandez, who's still at Sunderland and looks... Oh, wow. We looked at Sergio. 14 mil is not bad. There we are. Let's go next here. 20, 30, 31. Who did they sell out? I saw you Wallace went out. Kim Jan went... How good did you grow into, Kim? He looks sensational. He played very well. Just went from PSG there. Never played well at PSG. Had a very good year at Monaco, though. Kim Jan was obviously unreal for us. Only sold 64 mil. Big part of that was there. Arthur's now retired. History, career stats. Went to Leeds to 9.25. Never was great. Had a loan spell at Leeds as well. That was good. And then went to Ufa on loan before retiring. Wallace went out. Ashley Peacock. Anyone else there? Arvarel went out on loan and is currently at Brighton. It's interesting to see how he picked up because we were tempted in selling. Anyone else? Moore and Dyer went out on loan too, which makes me think they're going to sell him in the future. They sold him too. I still don't see Mateo on the outs. I wonder what happened to Mateo. Jimmy came in there, the Belgium left back that we looked at before. And no, I didn't see in the team. At Villarreal and is wanted as an elite centre-back. I don't see him being elite with that headering stats. Came in and never played well and then went out again. That was pretty bad business for 36 mil. Anyhow, we go in again. We go to names and we see big names here. Will Burgess went out for 24 mil. At least he went to Liverpool and still is at Liverpool. He looks pretty good as well. He's played solidly, but not great. Moore and Dye went out for 31 mil. Look, we got this guy on a free. It was always going to be we're going to sell him. So 31 mil is pretty damn good. Obviously, Moore looks good. A lot of guys went out on a free. Averill went out on... Oh, I thought he went out on a free. Durant Miguel went out on a loan again. Juan Miranda went out on a free to Milan. I'm guessing he's retired. He's not. He's still kicking around. Yeah, probably not bad. Anyway, we did bring in Rui Cansandio as the winger. Still there. Currently on loan at RB. A wonder kid on a free. Good business. Park there. Looking good. Obviously, in goals. Looks sensational. Andreas went out as well. I'm still tempted to see where Mateo went in. We sold a few. We only brought in 2.1. The squad's pretty good at this stage. All right, the next people that went out. There we are. Van Dijk went out. Durant Miguel went out. It's about time that happened. Ballo went out. Anyway, we spent huge here. Carlos Sielson, we know we already looked at him. Striddy, we already looked at as well. Barry, we already looked at for 9 mil. Nessa, we already looked at as well. I know he's still here. And Joe Amito, we only bought for 185k. He's a wonder kid that looks sensational. On the outs, though, big outs. Van Dijk went the standard and is still at standard. Did he play well in standard? Yeah, that's probably his level, to be honest. Like, he was always great. He's always pretty good at knowing what he wants to do. Just his headering always let him down. Juan Galliano there obviously went out. Only 49 mil. Wow, it's pretty poor. Durant Miguel went out to Barca. Still is at Barca. He's 32 now. Has he ever played well for Barca? Had a pretty good first season at Barca. This season, not great. He played a little bits and pieces at Sunderland still. How did Ballo go into this? Is the one that kid goalkeeper we signed. The one that kid defensive midfield. We also signed 2 Ballos. This is the decisive centre defensive mid. He looks pretty good, like very good physically. Probably backed up what we got him in for. 29 mil. Brentford have brought a really good player in there. Has done really went out on the outs. It wasn't that great. The goalkeeper went out. This is what I'm interested to see. Look, he's very solid. He's probably a very good backup goalkeeper. A lot of 14s, good on the passing. If they all get in the 15s, he would look sensational. Did he ever play much game time for us? Not really, no. And then went out to West Brom for 10 mil and now at Schalke for 11. He's been keeping very well, though, since he's moved on. That's it, though, for that one. And now we get into the last one. And I still haven't seen Mateo on this list. He went to loan. Why loan Mateo? Anyway, Alvaro went to Brighton there. Look, he still looks the goods, and for Brighton, it's a very good signing. He just never played well. Had a very good season at Inter on loan. Had a decent year at Arsenal too on loan, but there we are. We brought in 2 guys. Florence, we needed a centre-back by the looks of the save, and got him in. And then the guy from Spartak Prague's on loan at Everton, looking great. And then on the outs, we sold 25 mil, which is just Alvaro. Any big names? Mateo there. What's happened to you? Look how good you are. How are you not playing in our first team, man? Unbelievable. So you got loan to Roma and loan there, and never played for Sunderland. I don't understand how. Yeah, he had a pretty poor year here, but that doesn't excuse the fact how good he is. Had a very good year when Simone came in. Obviously, had a very good year when we brought him in. Mateo still is great. I still reckon Mateo is sensational. I still reckon he's an absolute monster. Still got great passing, great kicking, great throwing, great command of area, great area reach, great communication, great determination, great physically. Vision and work rate helps him in his passing, of course it does. Great concentration. Positioning's not bad. Guy's a freak. I don't know how they're not paying him. Anyhow, that's the transfers. I want to see financially if they're okay. Should tell me here. They're secure, so I didn't run them too bad into the ground. Any big notes? Where did they come in the Champions League again? They lost in the semi-final to Liverpool. Bloody Liverpool, of course, it's Liverpool. No, that was when we lost to Bayern. We've got friendlies arranged in the final. Where are they coming this year? Quarter-final, that's pretty poor. Atletico Madrid should have beaten them without squad. Semi-final, lost to Barca. Didn't do enough at home. How else did we go here? FA Cup final, beat Chelsea. Lost to City. Not happy with that either. And 29-30, I think, was the year we won it again. Won in penalties against City. Yeah, that's right. We can't click on these games because the database won't load them. Won the Champions League final again versus Dortmund, but that was obviously me. It's a good squad, isn't it? I love this team so much. Oh, Sunderland. Are they going to win more Premier Leagues in the future? I think they would. There's a guy I want to go in depth on. It's Nicholas Audren. How are you not playing? Look how good you are. How are you not playing? 29 and scored 11. 19 and 7. 27. I only scored 5. Wow. What happened there? For a lot off the bench, I'm guessing. 39 games off the bench. Nicholas Audren. Are you guys mad? You know, overall, let's have a look what he's done. He's got so much. Top goal scorer, runner-up, winner. Named in the best 11. Squad of the year, winner. Premier League of the week, European Golden Boy, France's best. Goal Division of the Month award, obviously, it was for the free kick. Sunderland's best, runner-up, there we go. This is still 2026. Look how much. Top goal scorer, 2027. Let's go to where we got rid of him. Won the Premier League, won everything there. All right, Golden Boot, forward of the season in the Champions League. Champions League Dream Team. Best player in Europe, runner-up to Mbappe. Shortlisted for 29 Footballer of the Year. Player of the Year, runner-up to probably Mbappe. Mbappe always wins it. And he was having a great season when we got rid of, so I would imagine it was Mbappe. Winners there again. Sunderland best player forward, third best in the Champions League. Winner. France again. France captain. Mr. Audren. Wowee. Anyway, Sunderland, eh? This guy epitomises Sunderland. Look how good he's been. It's sad to see that he's not getting enough game time that I would give him. If we are going to go back in the profile, can we go history? Best 11 ever? The best 11 is Matteo, Miranda, Daniel, Ives, Moreno, Dosset, Petra, and No, Mbappe, Nakamura, Rojas. I would disagree with that slightly. Audren would have to come in for Rojas. And No goes slightly forward and he puts Dosek and Petra alongside and you got the team. You have the team. Alex Smithy's still in there too, by the way. Duncan Watmore, still in there. Got in. Unreal. What a squad. What a save. I have loved this so much. If you love the Sunderland save, give it a like. If you enjoyed this series, go subscribe to the YouTube channel because we've got Damo Does England coming up and it is going to be massive. We will be streaming that one later tonight. Link in the description below. We have got league fixtures in order of Man United, Liverpool. I think there's Wolves in between it. We also have Europa League games scattered along this as well. Then we have got City and Spurs all coming up within a month. So this tonight's stream is going to be very hectic and very stressful. Anyhow, from Damien, from Sunderland, from Bright Lights, it's the very last ever episode of Bright Lights. Mainly because if it took that long for it to do 5 years, I'm not going to be bothered in 10 when they all retire. Anyhow, if you've enjoyed it, give it a like. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Links in the description below. Thank you so much for supporting this save. It's been by far the best supported save I've had in my YouTube career. You know, compared to what Non-League to Legend does when it gets like 4 views a video, this gets like 20. So thank you so much. I will see you guys next time for more Damo Does England or Non-League to Legend. Whatever it is, I'll be there. Catch you later.